All right, his property taxes say Andrew Joseph Stack. He goes by Joe Stack. And I've got to go on Russia Today live to 2 million viewers instantly when the show ends to talk about this. They were going to have me on about the Google censorship publicly of the Obama deception Fall of the Republic. They say you're not allowed to criticize Obama because he's a racially protected group. The film isn't racial. But even if it was, we supposedly have this free speech in this country. It's unfair trade practices. It's discriminatory. That video is important. It's up on our YouTube channel and Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. We've got teachers in other states shooting other people. Tennessee, 2 principals shot by a teacher. We've got United flight diverted to DIA after a passenger attempted to open an exterior door in midair. Denver Post. United flight diverted to DIA after passenger attempts to open door. Flight diverted to Salt Lake after bomb threat. And this doesn't look good. This just looks like a bunch of... Because, see, what they do is, in the 2 years before the anthrax attacks, they had a congressionally funded study for the CIA of how to mail weaponized anthrax. Then the FBI said it wasn't weaponized anthrax. Then it turned out it was the most weaponized anthrax ever seen on Earth, made by the U.S. government, and was 20 years ahead of anything anybody thought they had. The FBI said it was made in a bucket. Remember that? And it turned out the FBI and others did all these drills, never telling federal office buildings and federal courthouses that it was part of a drill, but it came out later. It was drills. Remember all those stories about white powder saying this is anthrax? It's a psyop. Just like all these anti-terror drills where they blow up a bus or part of a building in a town and then later announce it was just a drill. It's to create the perception that there's terrorism. And they've got psyop experts watching because the subconscious mind takes a staged terror attack that's a drill on as if it's real. So they've really had thousands of terror attacks in the U.S. They've also had real terror attacks the government staged that they tell local police to keep quiet about. I mean, there's a lot bigger control grid than you think. The police are a lot more professional than you think. I was driving back from Port Aransas last summer, and I thought, ooh, I want a shot of a refinery for my upcoming film on global warming being a fraud, Fall of the Republic. And so I pulled off on the access road, got out. There's a giant refinery like 2 miles away. I shoot video. I see people in the refinery, closer buildings, about 300 yards away, pointing at me. I'm out there 2 minutes. I get in my car, and I get back on the access, and here comes a state police guy hauling butt up on my hind end, gets my driver's license, peels off. They just wanted to run me through their database system. I mean, they are on it, okay? They're watching everything, ladies and gentlemen. And come on, police, you're not stupid. You know how to investigate stuff. This is staged. But they've blown up a bunch of refineries and then told the public it was an accident. They've had a bunch of other staged terror attacks that were real, but they were staged by the government, and that's why the police and military are scared to death. They're like, there's been a lot of other attacks you don't know about, Alex. And I'm like, I know all about it. And they've had them, you know, find nukes on the Texas coast and missing nukes out of South Dakota, and it's just on and on and on. Listen, retransmission's coming up now. You'll get to hear the whole thinking process on the kamikaze attack unfold from when we don't know to when we know, and I'll be popping back in on the internet streams and at prisonplanet.tv later today, maybe in the next 30 minutes, maybe in 2 hours. We'll post it at Infowars.com and prisonplanet.com. Watch these streams, but stay with us and stay with Infowars.com and prisonplanet.com as we break it down and document it all. Great job to the crew. We need to hit the ground running on this. If it's a false flag, expose it. We've got the power to turn this around against them.